Alright kids, the time has come. I'm just going to go ahead and do this so that I can get it done. But you've been asking about it for some time now, and that is, what is going on in cylinder number 6? Why we've lost compression. Some of you think broken rings is BS. Some of you have said spun bearing. I can tell you right now, a spun bearing will not cause a compression loss. So that's ruled out. But I think I'm going to find a problem with the rings. Some of you don't agree. Well, rather than me standing here arguing about it, I'm going to rip that cylinder head off and take that oil pan off and see what we got. Only pulling cylinder number 6 though. It's number 6 right here. Looks cleaner than the rest. Maybe it was a head gasket failure. I don't think so. We're about to find out. Stuff. Pulling the oil pan off now. Alright people, here it is, moment of truth. Here's the bearing. This was number 6. Set that up here for now. But I am going to pull the piston out. Well, let's see what we got. The rings are not broken, as I suspected. Honestly, I don't know what the deal is. Let's take a look inside that bore. I was thinking I'd see some rings that were broken or something. The oil control rings are kind of frozen. We'll get a closer look at this over at the bench. Here's the bore. Milky goo. But honestly, doesn't look all that much different than the other ones. I think we'd have to measure it to find out for sure. Now the thing to do now would be to get some stuff out and start to measure, but I was just looking at the block and I think I found what's going on. Check it out. Alright, now I didn't find the broken rings, but look at the discoloration at the top of that piston right there. You don't see it at the top of any of the other cylinders. It's just at this cylinder you see that brown discoloration. Now what that's probably got to mean is if I'd measured that, I would bet that you can almost see the where the compression was leaking past. I would almost bet that there's just a out of round or something like that at the top of that cylinder causing that compression loss. But it was definitely going into the bottom end because you do not see anything that resembles that brown burned area like you do here. So that's got to be it. The rings weren't broken, but something was going on right there where it was just sneaking right past. You can see a huge difference. But when it comes to engines, it's a matter of thousandths of an inch sometimes. So, and here's the other sides. I know you want to see those. But I don't see anything else anywhere else. Just there. Now I really don't see anything on this piston. And obviously the rings aren't broken. But I don't know if this happened when I pulled it out or what. Whenever you put piston rings on, you don't want to have two rings that have the gap real close to each other. You want to space them out like 90 degrees from one another. I don't know if that caused it or not. Okay, hang on a minute. I do know what happened here because as I was editing and I went back and looked at the footage of where the piston came out, you can clearly see that these two piston rings are lined up in such a way to where it could cause a compression loss just like this. Now, did this happen during assembly? Has this always been this way? It's hard to believe that 130,000 miles you wouldn't notice a miss like this. Maybe they worked around in that direction and got to that point, but I believe that this is the cause, and the cause would be that these piston rings lined up this way and allowed the compression to sneak right past and cause a compression loss in cylinder number 6. It's the only explanation I have. The evidence seems to support it. The cylinder walls, the piston rings being lined up, I believe that's what happened. But the skirt, that looks like normal wear to me. Actually, this looks like a sealed power piston with this coating on the outside. I wonder if they're the OE manufacturer for this engine. Because they usually have like this little lightning bolt thing and then this special coating here. I think that's like Kevlar or something, I don't know. But you see how the top of the piston has that. It's a lot lighter than the tops of the other pistons were. So there's a lot of things on this cylinder that don't look good, but mainly it's what I showed you on that block over there that I think was the issue. But there you go. There's your dissection. Mystery's over. We've pretty much taken this engine job about as far as we can, but we've taken it cradle to grave from the time of doing the leak down test all the way to verifying what's going on inside the engine. And in my opinion, that discoloration at the top of the cylinder definitely looks like compression loss to me. So there we have it. However, evidence does not support broken piston rings. So I will say that. So I was wrong there. I'm not afraid to admit it. But this is why we do this. We get evidence. We get evidence. Yes, we have theories and hypotheses, but you know, in the end, it's the evidence that makes a difference. Put your money where your mouth is. So, for all of you out there who have been waiting for this, I'm glad to accommodate. I love the conversation that this whole job has brought about. This probably so far this year has been my favorite series of videos. I really enjoyed making it, and I hope to make more like this in the future. And maybe sometime I'll actually have the time to, you know, go through the step-by-step of this for you, and maybe I'll give you a full length. And for those of you out there that don't like buying my videos, sorry, but you know, in order for me to keep doing this and buy separate other cameras so you can look at two things going at the same time, it's what I got to do, you know, whatever. But leave my brother out of it. I'm Eric the Car Guy. You can always visit me at EricTheCarGuy.com, or follow me on Facebook or Twitter. All kinds of fun places to find me, because I love finding you. Well, maybe I can talk about it. Nah, I won't talk about it yet. That'll be in another video. But I got surprises for you coming in the very near future at EricTheCarGuy.com, so be on the lookout for that. Those of you in the know are in the know. And this has been the 2007 Chevy Tahoe engine series. In conclusion, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And all your comments and everything else. And those of you subscribing, you guys make my day. Seriously. Stay dirty, people.